Hello, partners. Welcome. I am thrilled today to bring you a very special message. We're going to shake some things up here around here. We're going to make some changes. If you're watching this, comment excited. We're excited. I want to know if you're excited to hear what I'm about to share and what it means for you. So a few weeks ago, Gretchen and I were in Guatemala, and Gretchen turns to me and says, "What if we changed Blossom?" And she said it with this sparkle in her eye that always makes me think, oh, this is going to be good. And so we went into a multi-hour brainstorming session, her and I, in the middle of Antigua, Guatemala. And then Michelle got to in Guatemala, and we pulled her into this. And we're hope girls. So we move fast, we're women of action, and changing the world favors action. Nothing changes without action, and changing the world favors speed. So we're here to change the world. So we are changing, and we are moving fast. We're only here 3 weeks later, to announce that the event you formerly knew as Blossom has transformed. Those of you who already have your tickets, don't worry. It's the same date, same speakers, same place. You don't have to change a thing. It's only going to get better from here. The only thing that you have to prepare for is more fun, more encouragement. And those of you who don't have your tickets yet, get ready. Get ready to either buy your tickets before the remaining seats sell out, or get ready for FOMO. And it does break my heart imagining you scrolling online having FOMO, because it's time. It's time to get off our computers and off our phones. It's time to spend time with like-minded women in real life. It's time to unite with the women who fill your soul in real life. It's time to see the hope that you're creating around the world right in front of you in real life. So we are introducing and inviting you to Hope IRL. IRL is a common shorthand for in real life. Now, why would we want to call this event Hope IRL? Well, our events have always been where the intangible parts of Trades of Hope, the most beautiful parts of Trades of Hope, come to life. Sisterhood, encouragement, camaraderie, laughing together, crying together, holding on to each other, global impact, justice, poverty ending, chains breaking, hope rising, personal growth, celebration, parties. It's where our movement comes together in one place in real life. Our impact, your impact, is spread out across the country, across the world. And so it can be really hard to see sometimes, but you are making a difference for women in their real lives. And if you've forgotten that, come see it and feel it again at Hope IRL. You're creating pathways for families to have food, education, safety, medical care, so they can have a life with confidence, sustainability, and dignity. This is your once a year opportunity to see the hope that you're creating in the world in person, in real life. So come get in the room with Katie, who's fighting for child survivors of human trafficking in the DR, with Shelley, who is fighting for life amongst all of the death that's currently going on in Haiti, with Gretchen, who went from starting and leading an orphanage to starting this movement, which helps mothers keep their babies and break cycles of extreme poverty. Do you know what happens when you get in the room with women that you admire? You literally become more like them just by being in the room. It's a psychological process and phenomenon. You actually can't stop it from happening. You have no control over it. When you're in close proximity to the women you admire, your brain can't help but start to pick up on the habits, the thoughts, and the mindsets and the beliefs of the people around you. So if you're feeling like your purpose, which maybe at one time was a real life-giving flame, it has kind of lulled into an ember, and you're wanting to bring it back up to eliminate poverty and human trafficking from the face of the earth, which is something that you and I can do together. Come get in the room with these other world-changing women. Let just being in the room with them transform who you are and what you believe is possible for you and for the impact you're making in this world. Let me ask you a question. If someone tells you, I'm a runner, what do you think they do? I'm a runner. What do they do? They run, right? You would think that they run because they just told you I'm a runner. But the thing is, they haven't always been that way. A runner hasn't always been a runner. A runner hasn't always run. For most runners, there was a time, maybe they thought, well, I'm lazy, or I'm not that athletic, or I can't really run that far. And then they decide to go on a journey. They decide to go down a path. And that path was filled with action. Like, okay, what shoes do I have to wear to do this? I'm feeling a little sore now. I'm doubting if I can do this. I've never run that far before. I have to learn new techniques. I have to fight to get off the couch, but I'm doing it. And it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable journey. But after only a little while, it begins to become more uncomfortable for that runner not to run than it is for them to get off the couch. Anyone here like that? Do you ever feel more uncomfortable not working out? Like you just don't feel right when you don't get a workout in? I'll give you something easier. For those of you who are like, you're insane, here's an easier one. Who here feels more uncomfortable not brushing their teeth? Because it's something you've taken action on so many times that now it's more weird for you not to do it. Like you can't not do it. You're a teeth brusher. Congratulations, because like the runner, you've taken action, and that action has shaped your identity. Now there's only one way to become a world changer, the kind of hope girl that you want to be. And it only requires one thing of you. There's only one way, and it only requires one thing: action. And that is a promise. It's a law. If you take the actions, you become the version of yourself that you want to be. If you brush your teeth, you're a teeth brusher. If you run, you're a runner. Imagine with me for a moment that you meet someone and they say, oh, hi, I'm an author. And you reply, oh, that's so cool. What's your book? What's it called? And they answer, oh, well, it hasn't come out yet. So you ask them, okay, well, when's the last time you worked on that book? And they say, oh, it's been like 7 months. In your head, you're thinking, okay, so you're not really an author, right? If you think of an author, you would imagine the actions that they take is writing a book. Your actions define who you are, not your status, not your success, not even how people respond to your actions, but your actions themselves. What you wake up and every day prioritize defines who you are in this world. And I promise you, the person who fully identifies as a partner, as a Trades of Hope girl, who advocates for women worldwide and is making the world a better place, she does it daily. Not every day, not all day, but she touches our mission for like 15 minutes a day. She shares what she does almost naturally in conversation, almost effortlessly in conversation. She has a calendar full of pop-ups and people are coming to her, asking her to pop up with her. Can you imagine a life like that where people are coming to you, asking you to shop and pop up? It's so possible. Hope girls, all of the Hope girls who are like, yes, like I create an impact, I have a pretty full pop-up schedule, people do come to me to do pop-ups. Those Hope girls haven't always felt that way, but they do now. What did those women do? They took actions. What kind of actions did they take? They immersed themselves in sisterhood. They fell in love with inviting people to do pop-ups. They invested in their friendships with other women of this community. They come together to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They're always curious about how to advocate for women better, no matter how successful they already are. They get in the room with like-minded women. So if you want to do these things, like I want to reach more women around the world through my work as a partner. I want to advocate almost effortlessly. I want to just constantly be amplifying our artisans' voices so naturally. But you're feeling resistance. Like, that's who I want to be, but can I do this? Is Elizabeth talking about me? Is making an impact on that level possible for me? If you're asking yourself those things, your beliefs are holding you back. Your mind is holding you back. Your beliefs dictate your actions all day, every day, even on a subconscious level. How many of you would say that you want to make more of an impact in the world? Just drop like a me. I want to make more of an impact than what I'm currently making. I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing right now. Do you understand that the beliefs that you have right now cannot get you to reaching more women around the world who are wondering how they're going to feed their families? The beliefs that you have about yourself won't get you to that. You know that, right? You know what beliefs will get you there. You know what beliefs will allow you to reach that woman who right now is unsure how she will feed her family. Katie in the DR's beliefs. Shelly in Haiti's beliefs. Gretchen, whose actions are the reason why we are all here watching this right now, her beliefs. Those beliefs will get you to reach more women who are still in cycles of poverty, who are still being trafficked, who are seeking healing after being trafficked. Gretchen, Shelly, Katie. And when you get in the room with these women, you will literally leave the room more like them. I told you it's a phenomenon you cannot control, you cannot stop. So I can't guarantee that you will instantly reach more women around the world who are currently in poverty by the end of Hope IRL. But what I can tell you is that you will greatly increase your odds of that happening by being in a room of women who hold the beliefs to get you there. If going to Hope IRL would give you the possibility of living out your purpose on a whole other level, reaching more women than ever before, and those women are rising out of poverty now. If going to Hope IRL gave you the possibility of that happening, how many of you would be willing to abandon some old beliefs you currently have about yourself, about the gravity of your purpose, about the impact that you're making in the world, about if you're actually making a difference or not? Who would be willing to abandon some of those beliefs? Because here's the thing. I get a lot of, virtual head nods online. I get a lot of, I hear you, Elizabeth, I'm feeling moved. I'm done playing small. I'm all fired up. And then you get off of this live and you go into your normal life. You run into your discouraging spouse who doesn't get it. You run into your sister-in-law who doesn't get it. You run into a pop-up attendee who doesn't get it. And your old beliefs begin to creep back up. I can't do this. It's too hard. It's not worth it. I don't even know if I'm really making a difference. But I know there is something in you, if you're still watching this right now, there is something in you that wants to obliterate the thoughts that are holding you back so you can rise up and say, old beliefs, sit down. I am becoming a totally different person because our artisans need a totally different reality than what they're experiencing right now. And guess what? The only way that you can do that is by taking action. And here's the best part. You don't have to take action alone. Hope IRL is all about coming together in real life. Did you know that studies have shown that people will judge a hill to be less steep when they have a friend standing next to them? And participants in a study who have had a friend by their side while completing a tough task have less heart rate activity than those working alone. So what I'm saying is having friends with you in the room quite literally has a physiological response. It will lower your heart rate. It makes something big feel not as big. And here's the thing, what we're doing is no small task. We are eliminating poverty, human trafficking, and injustice from the face of this earth. But you are not doing it alone. We are doing it together. So let's come together. We have limited spots and we need to get all of your surprises and all of your gifts ready for you. So grab your tickets for Hope IRL today. Get in the room, get in sisterhood, get transformed so you can live out your purpose. I can't wait to see you. IRL.